beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is a little bonus reading. It's what your guides want you to know. And I'd like to apologize for the length of time it has taken me to get this reading to you. But unfortunately, I was a little bit unwell there for the last week and a bit, really. I lost my voice for just under a week and I couldn't do the readings even if I tried, and I did try. So, but my voice is back to nearly best and I'm nearly fully recharged. I've gone to my folks for a little bit of extra TLC and self-care, so that's why I'm in a different surroundings. And I'm going to get all of your cards first before I check in with the energy for you, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Now, already they're giving me an energy of you being very, very... how can I put this? You process emotions through an intellectual lens is what they're giving me. Now that doesn't mean that you are someone who doesn't feel, of course. It can mean that sometimes you have a bit of a head over heart battle, especially because of that duality that is within you naturally. But you are someone who has got a beautiful mind. Your brain is like a supercomputer, and they're really highlighting that you've got so many wonderful ideas, and your words and your communication are your superpowers, okay? You're actually born to feel your way around the world through mental awareness is what they're kind of giving me, or mental interactions. Now also they're showing me how you have an instinct for making people feel at ease. You're someone who is very easy to get on with. You're someone who's very witty, you're very funny, very wise as well. And you know, you tend to think about things differently in the world, which actually makes you very, very unique. Now, as I said, I'm going to go, I mean, look at that, Ace of Swords straight away. Your mind is just so beautiful. And you have so many different ideas, clarity. A lot of the time you can see things that other people cannot see. And this one's sticking there. They're also showing me that your brain is always whirling. It is always turning. You've always got something that you're thinking about. You are, you know, you may find it difficult to rest sometimes as well, is what they're showing me. Now also, you're capable of a lot of success in this lifetime if you haven't already achieved it. You're very, very powerful, and you tend to have large social circles. A lot of people like you, even though you may have, for example, you may have like a core group of friends that you consider your nearest and dearest. You actually have a lot of acquaintances or people who really admire and respect you, okay? You may have felt recently that you've been a lot in your head. You've been withdrawn a little bit to think about something. Perhaps it's about your finances, or you're trying to achieve some sort of goal or dream, something that you feel a lot of responsibility on your shoulders to achieve. Maybe it's to protect your family, but I just get this energy of you protecting your dreams or your goals. And you may have felt recently that you've not been having as much fun as usual, but that's all about to change. There's a lot more adventure, a lot more energy headed your way. Also a success and abundance. But they're also showing me that you're the sort of person who always makes room for fresh ideas. And you're really good at your words are your superpower, as I've said already. Now let's get straight to the cards. That's the energy that's coming up so far. The first card here is the one who stands. You're the sort of person who fights for the underdog or social justice. You always fight for what you believe is right, my beautiful Gemini. But what's wonderful about you is because of your element of duality, you tend to see the good and the bad of each situation. You always try to get a full picture because it's almost like you're the sort of person who would play devil's advocate just to see the other side. You're the sort of person who likes to see the light and dark of a situation rather than just take things at face value. You're the sort of person who goes below the surface, and you'd rather see, for example, if there's an argument, you're the sort of person who likes to understand things from the pros section and the con section. You always want to see, like if someone is in a debate with you, you're the sort of person who can see the other person's point of view, but you may see their point of view, you may accept their point of view, but you'll never compromise your morals when it comes to standing for what is right. So you're the sort of person who leads with integrity, and you're not the sort of person to bulldoze another person with your ideas. You're very accepting, you're very open and willing to see the other side of things. But it says here, resolute, implacable, determined. You're someone who fights for what is right, but also determined to succeed. You're a natural born warrior, okay? And you may have felt recently that you've been battling away at something, or you've been trying to work something out because she's like standing with her sword there, and the sword is pointed down. Now when swords are pointed down in spirituality or in the tarot, it does mean there's something you're not talking about, or you haven't put it out in the open forum recently, or especially since we got the Four Swords here as well, there's a withdrawal energy where you've been a little bit more insular than usual. You may have been a little bit disconnected from friends or gone off grid for a while to really think about something. You're very philosophical, and that's your natural nature, but also you're very sociable as well. So sometimes you have that head over heart battle where you may be an ambivert, okay, where sometimes you really want to be out there and reconnecting with friends, rubbing shoulders with people, having fun, revelry and things like that, and being an extrovert. And then you've got real moments of being like, you need to be alone. You need to be an introvert. You need to be insular. So I feel like you've gone through a period right now of being a little bit more insular. You may have been focusing on a goal or a dream or some sort of idea that you're formulating. It's almost like there's something bubbling up here. What they're showing me right now in the water, which is really interesting. This may be something that you've got in real time, but they're showing me, I feel it's something spiritual. They're showing me like a cauldron, okay? I never really get an image of a cauldron in... what is typically considered like a witch's kind of pot, but it looks like a cauldron in the water because I'm scrying at the same time. So either you are someone who has been doing a lot of spelling, or you are someone, I feel it's more that you're mixing things up. Little ingredients are coming together for you and you're making something really special. Now, it doesn't mean that you're actually just making a stew. It can mean that you're activating some sort of idea and waiting for all the ingredients to be in place before you talk about something. So whether it's a new project, a new idea, I feel like you're formulating plans off grid or under the radar. And this is something that's going to be very, very successful and bring a lot more enjoyable energy. You're determined to succeed in whatever area this is. Now, if you're someone who's retired, for example, you may actually be having ideas of how to spend your time, have a little bit more enjoyment or a little bit more adventure, or make your money go a long way. Because I feel like you've secured your position and you just want to make sure your family are happy and you're happy. And I feel like there's just this energy of protecting a dream, but also implementing self-care routines, as well as making sure you find that balance between going out and having fun. Okay, so whether you're retired or not, or you're looking for a job or not, I feel like financially things are going to be a little bit more secure than usual. Okay, we've got the one who stands. So I feel like you are standing for what your own rights, but I feel like this is I feel like you've walked a difficult path and you've become strong. So it's almost like sometimes you feel like you're always in that fight or flight mode. And I feel like you're exhausted, or you've been feeling a little bit low energy. So you felt like you had to take yourself off grid to really recharge your mind, is what they're giving me, especially since we've got the first pile here for you is swords. Okay, now you are of course an air element, my beautiful Gemini, and swords are represented by air, but I feel like this is more than that. This is about you recharging your batteries, your mind, your ideas, I just feel like you may have either experienced some sort of burnout, or you needed to take yourself off grid to really think about something, activate either a new idea. Some of you may be actually trying to formulate a plan or a strategy in order to activate a new idea, maybe a new project or a new business, because we got the Emperor here. So you are capable of being an entrepreneur, or your natural state is to be a leader. You've got the King of Pentacles here and the Emperor. So yes, you may feel like you've got a lot of responsibilities right now because you're trying to focus on your finances and your happiness and your security, and you may feel like there's a heavy weight on your shoulders. But I feel like a little bit more fun, a little bit more action is coming in the future, and you're going to have a little bit more like time with friends and, you know, revelry, going out there. But the Ace of Swords basically means a dramatic climax or a breakthrough on something. It can also mean that fate and destiny intervene into your situation to unlock a door that has been closed for you. So if, for example, you're the sort of person who has been holding strong or holding the fort and waiting for an opportunity to come, or you've been waiting for a job to come your way, a job opportunity, there is one coming for you. You may actually step into a leadership position. Some of you actually, if you're in a position already, I feel like you've been really formulating an idea or a plan of staircasing, smashing through any glass ceilings in order to level up in your career. For those of you, as I said, who are retired, I feel like this is about you sort of being really resourceful with the finances that you have, and, you know, spending more time with family, friends, enjoying yourself, but also enjoying the security of your money and finding a little bit more adventure in the day-to-day. Maybe even reconnecting with people you haven't seen for a while, but also having, I just get this energy of you connecting with people, either going on a traveling tour, I'm getting a tour, or some sort of adventure or some sort of trip with people, friends, because we've got Three of Cups there, people coming together to enjoy each other. Also, there's an element of celebration here as well. But the Ace of Swords is just telling me what a beautiful mind you have. You tend to find solutions wherever you find problems. So I feel like it's wonderful. They're actually showing me a Rubik's Cube right now. So I feel like your brain is like a Rubik's Cube. Everything's like twisting, turning, slotting into place. Everything's lining up for you. That's what I really feel is going on for you right now. So I feel like your brain has been working hard to work something out, and everything's coming into alignment. The Four of Swords is to get rest of the mind, because whatever idea this is, and I feel like you've been listening a lot to that wonderful mind of yours. You may have been in your head recently about trying to find a solution, but you are finding that solution. They're indicating things like meditation or law of attraction. Wherever you can find peace, solitude, silence, that is where the answers will come for you, okay? So all answers will be found within that moment of solace or silence, meditation, because all the answers are deep within you. So I just feel like you may have gone off grid for a little bit. You're the sort of person who brings peace of mind to everybody, okay? You give really good advice, is what they're showing me, and you are actually a really, really good friend. They're showing me that everybody kind of wants a Gemini on their team, not just because you can be relied upon to give really good, honest advice, but also you're the sort of person that you tend to naturally make another person feel high energy, or if they're feeling low, you naturally make them feel better. That's something that is your superpower, okay? Now, they're also showing me the one who grants wishes. So they're showing me that you actually are the sort of person who does everything you can in your power to make sure those around you are happy. make sure you have time for yourself. They just want you to be aware. It says wishes, desires, hope. Now there's something here that you have been wishing for, whether it's finances or happiness. I mean, I know that you're very mature in your energy, and whether you're young or old, I feel like you've naturally felt more mature. Okay, even when you were a child and you used to, I don't know, I just get this energy of you being very, very playful, but also having that level of maturity to know what you want, or know that you're capable of achieving your goals and dreams. You've got really high manifestation skills, and the power of your mind, it's wonderful that you are the element of duality, because the power of your mind, your manifestation skills are off the charts. So whatever you think about, you tend to bring about. Now in the water right now, they're showing me that in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you will see an image of a horseshoe, and it will be on the, it looks like it's on the sidewalk or somewhere. I mean, it could be like as you're walking down, and you know, like you see in the tarmac, like sometimes imprints, it looks like a horseshoe, or it could be like, you know, a piece of a ripped magazine or a piece of paper that has a horseshoe on it. It could also be a billboard where you see a horseshoe. They're showing me there's some good luck. Okay, something that is to be celebrated, something that you've been working away on, that you've had to be strong on. This wish is coming true for you. I do feel like there's more money headed your way. King of Pentacles is someone who's very responsible with their finances. But more than that, my guides are showing me that you're someone who can be relied on, especially when it comes to any crisis. You're the sort of person who people respect. Also, you are going to get a lot of abundance in this lifetime, and whatever money you make, you will be secure, and you'll be able to use your wonderful ideas to capitalize on that. Also, some of you may recently have been feeling that you had to protect your money, or you're moving your finances around to make sure that you have put them in positions where you can protect your finances. That's what's just coming through, okay? But you're very hardworking, and you're very good and talented at what you do. You're a master of your craft, and a lot of finances will follow you or find you because of your hard work, your determination to succeed, and your ideas. As I said, some of you will set up your own businesses, and I feel like that is your calling. You've got wonderful ideas, and anything that you've thought about either stepping into a leadership role or opening up your own business, like whether it's creative, because they're showing me how talented you are. A lot of you are going to be writers, or you're going to be people who use your words to influence others, and you will be financially compensated for it in your workspace. I mean, some of you, even if you're retired, you may think about writing a book or writing some sort of blog about your experiences. They're just showing me how your words are so important. Financially, you are going to be at the top of your game, okay? Now, if you're looking for a new project or a new opportunity to step into a leadership role, there is one coming for you, something you've been wishing for. It's more money than you've earned ever before, is what they're showing me, and it's going to make you and those that you care about really, really happy. Now, a lot of you will have felt the need from a very young age to be very independent and leave your home space early in order to find your fortune, okay? You are the sort of person who is bold and daring to go outside your comfort zone to activate your goals and dreams, and you're capable of achieving them, okay? 10 of Cups tells me there's a lot of peace and serenity headed your way, but you're the sort of person who feels sometimes responsible to make sure everybody's having a good time. You're that sort of person in a party, if you see someone sitting on their own, you go over to them just to make sure you can include them. You like to be inclusive, to make sure everybody's having a good time. And sometimes that weighs heavy on you, especially in your family unit. You always make sure everybody's okay, and sometimes it burns you out. Sometimes you get a bit exhausted trying to make sure everybody's okay. Remember, that is a wonderful trait that you have, my beautiful Gemini, but there's one thing your guides want you to be aware of. Sometimes you can't please all the people all of the time, okay? It's not that you're a people pleaser. That's not it at all, but you feel deep within you, in some way, you feel like you want to make sure everyone's having a great experience in life, and that is absolutely wonderful. But but just remember that it's not something that should weigh heavy on your shoulders, okay? Now, we've also got the outcome energy, the one who is present, now, awareness, acceptance. You may have had a big quest in life to find the peace in the moment, peace of mind, because your ideas are sort of like flashing into your head so often. Your mind is like a supercomputer. You've got loads of ideas a mile a minute, even different thoughts coming in. One minute you could be thinking about, your shopping, your grocery list that you got to do for tomorrow. The next you've got a wonderful idea how to write a screenplay. The next you've got a wonderful idea about talking to a TV producer or something like that, and then the next minute you're thinking about your finances. It's not even minutes, it's like seconds, okay? So I feel like you have had a quest to try and master the art of meditation, and you may have found it very difficult at first. When you started meditation first, you may have felt that you were a little bit fidgety. That's okay, you can work through that. I feel you are working really hard to find peace of mind, solace, and you will find it. Meditation is the key, okay? And it also says the one who changes. So they're showing me in the presence of the moment, you're capable of having wonderful ideas and changing your life, okay? Your mind is, it's almost like your mind is your talent, because they're showing me all that glitter, all those stars, all that wonderful rush coming from the crown chakra here in this card for you. But it also says the one who changes, transformation, change, enchantment. If you've been feeling recently that you've been off grid or not having fun, you've been stuck in a bit of a routine, or feeling like you are in a work life cycle where you just don't have any time for yourself, or things just don't seem fun anymore like they used to, that's all about to change. There's a little bit more enjoyment headed your way, okay? Especially around about the new moon in Leo, there's going to be a lot more invitations is what they're showing me, and I feel like you're going to be enjoying yourself a lot more. But this is also when a wish or a dream comes true for you, okay? Your third eye will be activated round about that new moon. Pay close attention to any gut instincts or any dreams that are so vivid, because they actually have a message for you. Now we've also got 3 of Cups. You've got a strong support network. People do actually care and love you dearly, even though sometimes it may feel things are difficult or you don't have much support. I feel like a lot of people actually admire you, okay? Also, you may wonder sometimes if you are appreciated, is what they're showing me, and you are appreciated dearly by those around you. Now, there is some really great news headed your way. 3 of Cups is a card of celebration, but it's also, your guides are showing me how generous you are. You're the sort of person, if you've got any advice, you give it to people freely. Also, if, for example, anyone needed, obviously your nearest and dearest, if they were short financially, you would help them. You're the sort of person who's always generous. You're the sort of person who helps the person who's homeless on the street. You're the sort of person who helps those who, need care. They're just showing me how caring you are, how loving your heart is, okay? You're always willing to share, and you've always been willing to share from a very young age. Now, some of you may be separating from a business venture or an opportunity and going on your own journey, whether you're becoming a CEO of your own company or you're setting up an entrepreneurship. I feel like there's going to be a lot of success around this, okay? So a lot of finances, and this is an idea that you've been brewing for a while. That's why that cauldron came up. It's coming up again. Image of a cauldron. I mean, the image of a cauldron may also be relevant in the next 4 to 5 weeks. You may see like an image on a billboard or a poster of a cauldron, and it may have like ideas bubbling up in it, or maybe you're literally sitting here listening to this reading and you've got like a makeshift cauldron and you're, actually cooking in it. They're just giving me that image again, so that it means I haven't really fully explained it. It's going away in the water now, but I feel it's relevant because it's almost like you're cooking up some ideas, and these ideas are going to be very, very successful, both financially, but also in terms of emotional enjoyment. The Emperor energy is power, success. So you are someone who will reach very high levels of success in this lifetime. You're a great strategist. The Emperor energy is someone who plans, who strategizes, who always sees life 5 or 6 moves ahead of life itself. So I feel like you're branching out in some way. You're also blossoming. Sometimes emotionally, I feel, as I said, you've got a head over heart kind of battle going on here. You see things through a logical lens when it comes to emotions. And the Emperor energy is very, very guarded when it comes to the heart space. And as you mature, I mean, I feel like you may have had a lot more fun when you were younger. And as you mature, you feel a lot more responsibility on your shoulders. But you will rekindle that playfulness within you. Make time to have fun, because that is in your nature. That is who you are. Now, right now in the water, they show me an otter. Okay, and otters are actually very, very playful. They tend to just, they lie back in the water and they get a little stone and they sort of play with this little stone and drift away in the water. So I feel like this is something that you're yearning for or longing for, to just have time for yourself, to sort of dream, float away, not have a care in the world. But you may feel like you've got a lot of responsibilities, and sometimes you may also get headaches because you have so much pressure. You may get tension headaches. So please find time to meditate, or find even 10 minutes to just lie in a dark space and quieten your mind, and you will actually revitalize your spirits and your mind. Okay, you're the sort of person who's very, very strong. You had a difficult journey, you've taken a difficult path, and you actually are very, very strong because of that. Now, the Strength card is also a card of self-care, self-love, and I feel like you've quietened some demons that you've had in your mind as you grew older. They're actually giving me a song. Okay, I can't quite hear the lyrics. It's really weird. Normally I hear the lyrics in the song, but they're actually, it's almost like I'm hearing a tune and I can hear really distant lyrics, but I can't hear what it's saying. But they're giving me like a little tag at the bottom that says Gods and Monsters. Lana Del Rey? Well, I think it says Lana Del Rey. Gods and Monsters. Now, I don't know the lyrics. I don't know anything about that song. I'm going to have to look this up. I don't even know if that person sings that song. I'm guessing they do. Spirit's rarely wrong. So I'm going to have to look up the song. I do apologize if the song has got anything like really risque in there or not very nice. I don't know anything about the song, so I'm going to have to look it up. But they're mentioning it in the water. So either Gods and Monsters. Oh my gosh, what a song. Gods and Monsters. So maybe this, with this Strength card, if you have a look, like, as you can see, she's taming the lion. So this is about taming any fears, taming any, you're the sort of person who feels the fear and does it anyway. You don't allow false evidence appearing real to stop you in your tracks. If you've got a goal or a dream, you don't allow anything to stop you. Nothing gets in your way, okay? You always find a strategy. And also, I feel like you're working hard in silence, or that is a motto, work hard in silence. That's what's coming up there, okay? Now, we've got the Queen of Cups. Self-care is important. You're very, very spiritual. I feel like you have been very spiritual for a very long time, but you may not have tapped into it until later on in life, okay? As you mature. You're someone who has such a beautiful, pure heart, and you really help others and have such good intentions. But I feel like you have to sometimes protect your dreams or your goals, because you may feel misunderstood, or people don't understand the journey you've taken because it's difficult or it's different from everybody else. It's okay. They're not meant to understand your journey. As long as you understand your journey, or you are on your journey, you walk your own path. It doesn't matter. People are not meant to judge you, or you're not meant to adhere to other people's expectations. You're a maverick. Also, I feel like this nomadic kind of energy about you, my beautiful Gemini, where people cannot control you. I feel like you yearn for adventure, you yearn for movement, you hate to be stuck in one position for any length of time. So I really feel this nomadic spirit. Even if you end up working in a 9-to-5 office job, I feel like your soul yearns for a lot of adventure, a lot more, or you try to find a strategy to make your schedule a little bit more interesting than everybody else's in order to keep doing it, because you need to be forward moving. Okay. Now also, you may have recently taken some time out for self-care, or you're processing your emotions. I feel you are naturally someone who gives really good advice to people, or spiritually will gravitate towards positions where you can help others, whether it's in healthcare or in counseling, psychiatry, or in yoga, spirituality, maybe even tarot, setting up your own channel. I feel like you're someone who can use your words to influence others, and there is great responsibility with that. You are someone who helps others, and that is your superpower, okay? And I feel like you will be rewarded financially for your gifts. Now, of course, you may be having a calling to go into different arenas. It doesn't always have to be spirituality, but I feel like you are called spiritually to things like the occult, to tarot, obviously because you'll be watching this, but I feel like you always want to see the other side of life. You may feel like you like to look at conspiracy theories, but you're not a conspiracy theorist. You're the sort of person who likes to look at everything, the truth and the conspiracy. You like to look at things like that are otherworldly, because you know, or you've come with an intrinsic knowledge that there is something other in this world, and you may have a thirst for knowledge to explore it, okay? So I just want to get clear. You're not the sort of person who's a conspiracy theorist, because I feel like you always find truth and fact, but you like to see all things so that you can make your own judgment. So that's what I feel there, okay? Also, we've got the Knight of Wands. You're someone who's so passionate. You run on your passions, on your mind, on your ideas. You may have felt like your energy was waning recently, or you felt really exhausted, but you're going to get a boost of energy in the next 4 to 5 weeks. Also, some really great news is headed your way. Something that you will celebrate, something that will see that you've either a project is coming to a climax, or you hear news of some sort of venture that you're involved in, something that you've protected, something that emotionally your heart is really proud of. I feel like you're going to be so proud of yourself in the next 4 to 5 weeks on something that you've accomplished. But you're also determined to make things interesting. You're the sort of person who is the life and soul of the party, okay? Naturally, that's who you are. Allow yourself to shine. You're very exciting to be with. You're very fun to be with. Also, you're very goal-oriented. And whatever you set your mind to, you're determined to succeed, and you will find yourself accomplishing these things, and financially you will build a very, very strong foundation as well. So a lot of success coming on in here for you. I see you reconnecting with friends, or seeing people that you haven't seen for a while, enjoying yourself a little bit more than you have been, because I feel there's been a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. If there's been a little bit of discord in your family unit, things will actually become a little bit more measured, and I feel things will work itself out for you, okay? So if you've been worrying about that, I feel like there's an honest, open conversation, that it brings a little bit more diplomacy and a little bit more understanding to the situation. Also, I feel like if you're looking for love, because it's not really a love reading, but if you've been trying to go through some personal growth in order to find new love, you're looking for, or you may have felt like a stable relationship, a happy ever after is always just out of reach. But I do feel like you are protecting your heart after perhaps a period of gravitating towards quick fixes, or people who were very transient in your life. They loved you, but they may have not been able to open up to a deep level of love that you were looking for. But I do feel like there is someone that you have a lot of chemistry with in the near future. And I feel like actually you meet somebody where there's a short-term connection between you and somebody, and then there is a longer term connection with you and somebody after that. Okay, so just be mindful that I feel like there is a short-term sort of chemistry between you and a person, and then after that person there is a big relationship, a long-term relationship that can be considered happy ever after if you're looking for love. If you're in a relationship already, I feel like both you and your partner are sort of ironing out any discord that you may have had if you've been arguing. I feel like there's a little bit more, because we got defensiveness here. Yeah, I feel like dropping boundaries is important. Both you and your person are creating healthier boundaries, but you're letting each other in. And I also feel like you're bringing a little bit more passion into the relationship and falling in love again is what I see. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? They're giving me a number for you, which is, okay, they're giving me two lots of numbers for you, 444 and then 333. These are numbers that you will see that are important for you, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. They've asked for 6, 7, 8. 1, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they've asked for 8. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? Now we've got the bird who is eaten cannot fly with the bird that is hungry. Okay, because of course you lose the passion or the tenacity to achieve. Once you're full, you are content. And I feel that is something that you battle with, my beautiful Gemini. That battle between stability and independence. Now you can have it all, of course, but you know, I feel like sometimes you think about settling down and having that stability, but also you want to remain in that passionate nomadic kind of lifestyle, and it will take a really important move in life for you to really settle down on something. Doesn't mean that you can't, that you don't thrive on security, of course, but I feel like for some of you Geminis out there, you may have felt that the word comfortable is not a word that you embrace, because to be comfortable means you're not hungry for life anymore, okay? And it's something that you may have wrestled with for a while, especially in relationships, okay? It's about keeping the passion alive, and you can do that as well as be stable. We've also got the High Priestess. What is hidden will come to the surface. Don't ignore the red flags. Intuition, sacred knowledge, secrets. So whatever it is that you're working hard in silence on, of course the right moment to reveal it, revealing your truth will be important. But I also feel if you feel anyone has been dishonest with you or has not been forthcoming with you, or if you've argued with anyone, I feel like the truth will come to light. The Ace of Swords means the truth is everything to you. You're someone who seeks the truth and you always go deeper. We've got defensiveness. Defensive behavior creates barriers and negative outcomes. Guarded, conflict, protective, blame. So if there's anything from your past that you have experienced and you are guarded because of it, I feel like you have been working really hard to drop your shield. It doesn't always have to be a fight, but I feel blame is a word that is difficult to reconcile, because if we blame or are angry at another person, we are actually holding that energy within us, and it is hurting us more than it is hurting the other person, okay? It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to have been affected by it. So just be a little bit mindful of that energy. We've also got rejection. Let them turn their back on you. They aren't meant to be in your life. Ignored, no support, false promises. So if you come across anybody who disconnects from you, let them walk. They're not meant to be in your life. The universe restructures our life from time to time in order to remove anything that is not working for us or anything that is not meant for us. So if they come back, then they're meant to be in our life, but they need to prove themselves that they mean to stay, or that if you're looking for something deeper. Also with the Ace of Swords, I feel like, how can I put that? I feel like you're having some sort of breakthrough with some sort of relationship. If you haven't heard from someone in a while that you separated from, this person could be strong Taurus in their chart, could also have water in their chart, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If you've disconnected from somebody, or even if it's a friend, I feel like they're returning to your life, and I feel like you will have a conversation with this person, and I feel like they'll work hard to win your trust back. That's what I'm getting there. Now we've also got, if we wonder often, the gift of knowledge will come. So you have a beautiful mind. Allow it to wander. Allow it to soak up any ideas or answers that come your way. They actually help you move forward in life. Those that lie down with dogs get up with fleas. Ain't that the truth? Okay, so being more discerning about the company that you keep. As you mature, I feel like you are cutting situations and people that no longer vibe at the frequency that you've matured to. You're cutting those situations out of your world. Okay, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves, and not everybody has met themselves as deeply as you have, my beautiful Gemini, because you have that element of duality to see the light and dark of the human psyche. You're someone who's very, very intelligent. You've got very strong IQ, but also you've got very deep emotions, and you actually can cut off. It's almost like you can cut off and focus a little bit more on the logical side, and then cut off from that and focus a little bit more on the emotional side. And not everybody has that strength. So I feel like sometimes you may feel a little bit misconstrued. Yeah, misconstrued. We also have day and night cannot dwell together. So that is that element of duality for you, my beautiful Gemini. And that's something that you may try, you may have struggled with, or you may find difficult to balance things out for yourself. And you may have worked really hard all of your life to find that balance within your soul. Okay, and finally, we've got divine timing. It's number 3, which is the Empress energy. So there's abundance headed your way. It says, surrender to divine timing. The universe is looking out for you. Trust. Things may not be the right time. So surrender. Now, surrender does not mean to give up. It means to trust the universe has your back. And as you can see, we've got a major coin there. So financially, I feel like there's a lot of reward headed your way, but it's more than that. I feel like it's a wish or a dream coming true for you, something that you've been working really hard to achieve, or something that you've been wrestling with in your mind. You find a solution to this, and the right moment it will appear for you. Okay, they want me to go again, so I will. Okay, so we have white stag protector. Now, white stags use their antlers in order to fight for what they want. And also, you know, the white stag is very, very unique. It has protector here. It says, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you to where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. And you're definitely a magical soul, my beautiful Gemini. Okay, so we have that there. I hope you can see that. And we also have snow leopard, self-reliance. You're the sort of person who is very independent, and you march to the beat of your own drum. You don't need anybody, of course, my beautiful Gemini, but you are a very sociable creature. So you actually, you know, revitalize your spirits when you connect to people who vibe at the same frequency as you. And I feel like you will be connecting to people. You will have a lot of invitations in the next 4 to 5 weeks to either reconnect to people or go out with people. Okay, now they're also showing me getting enough sleep. Very important. They're showing me someone who's got like a twitch in their eye. So if that's you, I mean, they're showing it to me. They're kind of showing it to me in both eyes, really, but majorly in the right eye. So if you've been recently having like the odd twitch in your eye, they're indicating to, I mean, it may be a myth, I'm not sure. Make sure you get enough sleep. Easier said than done, of course, my beautiful Gemini, but try to have at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes of silence, or coming off any social media things before you go to bed. Okay, make sure you honor your sleep time, because that's when you revitalize your brain. It says here, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Okay, now if you think about big cats, they are in stealth mode. They actually, you know, do that little shuffle where they're in that sort of like they've locked on to a target, and they sort of calculate before they leap. They look before they leap. And that's what I feel the mode you are in at the moment. You've gone off grid. That's 4 of Swords energy is silence mode, where you've like, it's almost like you are in invisibility mode, where you're walking with shamans. Shamans are giving you like ideas or help along the way. They're really showing me that horseshoe rather, is a lucky omen. It is something you're going to see in the next 4 to 5 weeks that will really indicate that you're on the right path. Okay, so please look out for that. It may not mean anything in this moment, but it is something that will mean something to you in the next 4 to 5 weeks. Now we also have an angel here, so angelic help. You're being guided. Okay, forces from beyond are guiding you along your path, and they want me to put this on the Three of Cups. Okay, the Three of Cups, so celebration. Also, we have a key, and they want me to put it on the Ace of Swords, so you're unlocking something here for yourself. This is the key of change, so that really connects to you transitioning, going through either towards a new job, or this is a powerful transformation. Destiny and fate are intervening to unlock doors for you. Okay, so I feel like there's a major breakthrough happening for you in the next 4 to 5 weeks. You are protected, but I feel like you are actually being very savvy and strategizing. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Gemini. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. And again, I apologize for the delay in the reading, and I'll be back in my space next week. Okay, thank you so much, and love and light.